So in this video, we are going to look at using our trigonometric functions to help us find values of angles. So for example, find x round to the nearest tenth. So I have a right triangle here. This angle in here is x, this is 18, and this is 21. And so if I look at these problems, if I look here, I want to find some relationship between x, my angle, this side here, which is the hypotenuse, and this side here, which is the adjacent. So that would be cosine. So the cosine of angle x is the adjacent 18 over the hypotenuse 21. And so now all that I want to do is I want to find x. So to find x, I need to use the inverse cosine. So if I take the inverse cosine of both sides, equals the inverse cosine of 18 over 21. So remember, the cosine and the inverse cosine would cancel each other out, and so we're just left with x. So x is going to be the inverse cosine of 18 over 21. And if you punch that into your calculator, it should end up being 31.002, which we'll round to, we're rounding to the nearest tenth, so 31.0 degrees. So we'll try another one here. Maybe my triangle here. There's a right angle. Let's say this is x. Here is 24, and here is 20. So again, I'm trying to look at what relationship happens between my angle x and the two sides. So with respect to x, the 24 is the opposite side, and the 20 is the adjacent side. So the trig function that uses the opposite and the adjacent is tangent. So we're going to look at the tangent of x is equal to the opposite, 24, over the adjacent, 20. So x is going to be equal to the inverse tangent of 24 over 20, which will end up being 50.194 dot dot dot. And so if I'm rounding that, it's going to be rounded to 50.2 degrees. So in these problems, you really just want to look to see what do you have, and then set up your trig function with that, and then use an inverse trig function to be able to solve for the angle.